atmosphere inside the Grand Hublot event was already electric long before the doors officially opened. Cameras flashed, luxury watches shimmered under perfectly calibrated lights, and influential figures from the worlds of fashion, sports, and entertainment mingled with quiet confidence. Yet beneath all the glittering surfaces and carefully curated elegance, there was one undeniable truth everyone could feel but no one had yet spoken aloud. Something extraordinary was about to unfold. And when Jungkook stepped into the venue, that unspoken truth transformed into a phenomenon. Jungkook effect is real. Hublot reaps its biggest profit surge thanks to his presence. The headline would later dominate conversations across social media platforms and fashion forums worldwide. But that night, it began not as a headline, not as a statistic, but as a moment. Dressed with effortless sophistication, Jungkook embodied modern luxury in a way that felt organic rather than manufactured. He did not merely wear the watch, he owned it. The sleek timepiece on his wrist did not overshadow him, nor did he overshadow it. Instead, there was harmony, an unspoken partnership between global superstar and iconic brand. Observers could see it immediately. This was not a typical ambassador appearance. This was alignment. Within minutes of his arrival, social media platforms began to tremble. Fan accounts updated in real time. Hashtags surged. Professional photographers and attendees alike shifted their focus. The algorithm seemed to sense the gravity of the moment. Posts featuring Jungkook at the event began accumulating engagement at a pace that stunned digital analysts. Likes climbed into the hundreds of thousands, then millions. Shares spread across continents within hours. Industry insiders would later reveal that web traffic to Hublot's official website experienced a dramatic spike the moment images of Jungkook circulated. Product pages featuring the model he wore saw unprecedented click-through rates. Search engines recorded a sharp rise in queries combining his name with the brand. It was not simply buzz, it was measurable impact. What made this surge different from typical celebrity endorsements was its depth. This was not curiosity alone, it was intent. Consumers were not merely admiring, they were exploring. They were researching prices, availability, and purchase options. Luxury retailers reported increased inquiries. Some boutiques even noted a surprising demographic shift, younger buyers expressing serious interest in high-end timepieces. For years, luxury watch brands had navigated the delicate balance between heritage prestige and modern relevance. Hublot, known for its bold designs and innovative spirit, had always embraced ambassadors from various industries. Athletes, actors, cultural icons, each brought visibility. Yet Jungkook's presence introduced something distinct, emotional investment on a global scale. His fanbase, widely recognized for its dedication and purchasing power, responded not out of blind loyalty but admiration for authenticity. They saw the collaboration as a reflection of his personal style evolution. Jungkook has long been regarded not only as a musical powerhouse but also as a fashion trendsetter. Every airport look, every stage outfit, every magazine feature has sparked conversations. At the Hublot event, that fashion credibility translated seamlessly into brand equity. Financial analysts observing the luxury sector noted a compelling pattern. The timing of the profit surge aligned directly with the event's digital exposure cycle. Within days, Hublot-related mentions across platforms multiplied several times over. Engagement rates far surpassed previous ambassador-driven campaigns. Influencer reposts amplified the reach further, creating a cascading wave of visibility that extended far beyond traditional advertising channels. Luxury is often described as aspiration, but aspiration alone does not guarantee conversion. What Jungkook brought was relatability within aspiration. Fans did not see an unattainable fantasy, they saw a story, an artist who had grown from trainee days into a global icon now representing one of the most prestigious watchmakers in the world. The narrative felt earned, and that authenticity became the catalyst. Inside the venue, executives reportedly exchanged impressed glances as real-time analytics rolled in. Screens monitoring online engagement displayed numbers climbing faster than anticipated. The synergy between physical event presence and digital amplification proved to be a masterclass in modern brand strategy. By the end of the event week, reports suggested that the financial ripple effect extended beyond immediate sales. Brand valuation discussions referenced the surge in media exposure value attributed directly to Jungkook's appearance. Marketing experts began dissecting the phenomenon, calling it a blueprint for future luxury collaborations. But beyond numbers and metrics, there was something intangible: the atmosphere shift. Conversations at the event repeatedly circled back to him, not only his appearance but his demeanor. Polite, composed, attentive. He engaged with guests thoughtfully, posed for photos graciously, and carried himself with a calm confidence that elevated the room's energy rather than dominating it. Luxury thrives on storytelling. That evening, Hublot's story gained a new chapter, one infused with global youth culture and cross-generational appeal. Established collectors felt intrigued, younger audiences felt invited, the bridge between heritage and future felt tangible. Media outlets began publishing analyses highlighting the extraordinary digital footprint of the event. Headlines emphasized not merely attendance but impact. Industry commentators pointed out that while many ambassadors generate attention, few generate measurable profit acceleration within such a short window. The term Jungkook effect trended not only among fans but within marketing circles. It described a rare convergence: star power, authenticity, global reach, and consumer trust. Luxury brands often invest heavily in advertising campaigns spanning months. Yet here was a single event catalyzing momentum that outperformed extended promotional timelines. The immediacy was astonishing. Retail partners noted increased foot traffic. Online waitlists grew longer. Secondary market discussions hinted at rising interest in specific models associated with him. One boutique manager described the phenomenon as the fastest organic interest spike we've seen in years. That statement alone spoke volumes. Behind the scenes, strategic teams likely recognized the long-term implications. This was not a one-night anomaly. It was evidence of cultural leverage. Jungkook's influence extended beyond music charts into lifestyle purchasing decisions, a testament to his multidimensional brand identity. As days passed, the narrative evolved from surprise to acknowledgement. Fashion analysts compared the impact to historical celebrity brand moments that redefined industries. Social listening tools continued to capture sustained engagement rather than a fleeting spike. Perhaps what makes this story remarkable is the seamlessness. There was no forced messaging, no exaggerated theatrics. A single appearance, authentic presence, and the digital world responded. The profit surge attributed to the event became a case study topic. Discussions at business conferences referenced the collaboration as proof that modern luxury must intersect with global pop culture to maintain growth momentum. Jungkook symbolized that intersection perfectly. Fans celebrated with pride, sharing images, creating edits, analyzing his styling choices. Yet beyond fandom enthusiasm lay real economic influence. Luxury purchasing decisions are rarely impulsive. They involve consideration, aspiration, and brand perception. His presence enhanced all three simultaneously. Weeks later, the momentum had not faded. Engagement metrics stabilized at levels higher than pre-event baselines. Analysts projected sustained brand interest in key markets where his fanbase is strongest. The phrase "Hublot reaps its biggest profit surge thanks to his presence" was no longer speculation. It became a widely accepted summary of what transpired. In a world saturated with endorsements, authenticity has become the rarest luxury. Jungkook did not simply attend. He represented evolution, the evolution of celebrity influence, of brand collaboration, of global cultural connectivity. And perhaps that is why the impact felt inevitable rather than accidental. The night the cameras flashed and the watches shimmered was more than an event. It was a turning point, a demonstration of how one artist's presence could ripple through an entire industry. The Jungkook effect is real, and for Hublot it was transformative.